Okay, so welcome, ladies. We're going to be doing the Queen Bee card class today, and we're going to do 4 cards, and you should each have your kit with you there. So I'm going to just pull out the cards and show you. So this is a birthday card, which I'm going to set aside because that's fairly elaborate. We'll do that one a little later. Then we've got this card, which doesn't have a sentiment to tell you what it has to be. You can add that your own. And then we have this one, which is the same. So I kind of did that so you can choose what sentiment you want to put on them. And you can use the Queen Bee sentiments or something else if you prefer. You'll both have little baggies of assorted things here, and those will be used on a couple of the cards. And there are even some extra things. There's more little hearts and more pearls than I used. You can add them as you wish. And then we have this card with the little beloved. And if you wish, if you know what purpose you have for the card, if you have a straight across sentiment, you could use any straight across sentiment if you didn't want beloved on it. And then you'll have this piece, and that's because when I finished cutting all my pieces for the cards, I had these extra pieces and I didn't know what it went with. And I'm guessing we might discover that today as we go through. Okay, so we're going to start with this one because it does involve making this paper wet and it will need to dry. So we're going to start with that, okay?
That's the one. Is this one? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we have the card base. We do not need that to start with. For each of the pieces that have designer series paper, I've given you a 3x6 piece of the patterned paper, and this is just to do the envelope flap. So for each one, there'll be a 3x6 that you can do decorate the envelope flap, okay?
Perfect.
So then we have some wild wheat and this patterned paper. And we can actually go ahead and adhere that patterned paper to the wild wheat.
My glue mat, I must have left it at home or got put somewhere else in the shuffle.
Okay, so that's just a skinny border on the
mat, yeah. Just so I don't hurt your table. Oh, it's fine.
Oh, and already I found out. So this is the one, the missing piece.
Oh, sweet.
Funny. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So this is
Just
what
give us a second.
I'll wait. I
Oh.
stamp set out. Isn't that funny? I think I have everything else, but I forgot to get out the stamp set. Here we are. That's the advantage of my small craft.
Okay.
Everything is very much at hand.
That's good. Okay, so we're ready for the next step. Is it the loose piece of white that we had goes on the wild wheat?
No.
No. Okay.
Had patterned paper went on the wild wheat. You did that.
That step, yeah.
Then you have another piece. The wild wheat we're going to set aside because this loose piece of paper is the one that we're going to make wet.
Okay.
Okay.
So just to make sure we're all talking about the same thing.
Yes.
This, hang on. This loose piece is 4 inches at the long way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
About that anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
4 by 2 3/4. And then the smaller piece you've got, which may not all be the same size because it's a scrap. Mine is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And that we're just going to stamp the B on.
I don't have a small one. Oh, I do. Never mind. Carry on. Okay. So that's for the B, but we're going to get wet this 2 by 4. one.
Yes. So I'm just going to take this 2 by 4 one and I'm going to spray it. To start with, I'm going to let in a bit.
Anywhere or all over?
All over. All over.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to take my wild wheat ink. And I'm going to put this flower and this the words on blocks.
Oh, dang it. Since my set's new, it's going to take me a minute here.
That's
to get it
okay.
ready to be stamped with.
Go ahead.
Um,
I'm going to bring over my long block.
Owen is here today. In case he emerges. I can't remember if he's upstairs or downstairs now. You're surprised. Okay. I forgot to tell Natasha and he came upstairs while we were talking. She's like, who are you? So we need, I got the words and what was the other thing?
And this leaf, the flowers.
Big leaf, okay. I should have brought my stamparatus. I didn't. I'm gonna have to go get my stamparatus too. Okay, so those 2 stamps are now ready. If you want to tell Tiffany what to do while I go get my stamparatus.
Okay. So we're going to take this, the flower.
Yeah.
We're going to ink it up.
Okay.
And I'm going to just put a little bit of scrap under here. I don't know if you've got grid paper there, Tiff, or anything.
No, are we? Oh, yeah, because this piece of paper isn't big enough, is it? I've got I think I had
Because we're going to go off the edge here.
a little scrappy somewhere. I thought I saw one. Let's see. There.
Okay. So then we're going to take our flower and we're going to come across the top of it.
So we're doing it horizontally, like,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, a little bit on an angle as if it's coming down and swooping into this shape.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm going to just stamp that down.
Okay.
And lift that up. And it's going to be blurry. And you want it to be blurry. I have a corner here that's not blurry. I'm actually going to spritz it to make it blurry.
Okay.
So if you have anything that's not blurry, you want to make sure that it's wet and just dripping all over.
All right.
I think I may have even the stamp
Yeah.
itself when I did this before.
Down.
Okay.
I'm actually wondering if I stamped off too.
Well, we got it on there now.
Yeah. So now I'm going to ink up the words and I'm going to spritz the stamp too before I put it down, I think. And then I'm going to place it.
So ink up the words and then spritz?
Yeah. And then I'm going down in this corner here. Oh, it's just a blob. So I guess I didn't do that. I didn't spritz the words, but it's okay.
So don't spritz.
Don't spritz words, okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's been so long since I did this. Anyway, now we just need to set that aside to dry. If you've got a little too much water, you can just let it come off the side. But basically, I'm just going to take this paper and I'm going to set it over here and leave it till later in the class. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you got your ink on. Okay, so set it aside.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Now I got to find my chamois. I'll clean these up. Okay. So we can take our smaller white piece now and our queen bee. Now, if you think your memento may not be dark enough or whatever, and you want it to be really dark, you may want to do this on the Stamparatus. I'm just going to do it with my regular stamp.
Well, it's a new one, so it should be
Oh, good.
really.
So I'm going to put my bee on here.
Let me give you that.
I'm going to ink this really well.
I cleaned that, guys, so you can take that out.
Okay, sorry, where are we stamping this, Cal?
On
the
the
smallest piece.
smaller, mine is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. But it's a scrap, so it might not be precisely the same size, but it'll be good for a bee. And that's with the Memento ink.
Right.
I just love this stamp. I really do, with the flowers and the details.
Flowers and the wings are really pretty, aren't they?
They are. I just love this stamp. So this is where we're going to use your Q-tip or whatever you've got. We're just going to put a little bit of ink onto a block, and you can use whatever device you want to pick that ink up. I'm going to spritz it a little again with water to make it runnier. Okay. And then I'm just going to pick it up and I'm just going to dab it on those flowers.
So should we be using the wild wheat or the memento?
Wild wheat for this part. Yeah.
This one, okay. All right.
And I like the way it turned out, actually, just using the Q-tip. Although I did that only because I wanted something, a tool everybody would have, right? And everybody will have a spray bottle and everybody will have Q-tips.
So sorry, we're putting the wild wheat on the flowers and the wings,
Yeah, I just did the 4.
the 4 big ones.
Yep. And then we have to cut the bee out. And I did leave a little border. but I was not fussy about cutting the legs. Like you'll see, like I just went, I just went easy and bubble cut on these legs. Do you see what I mean?
You didn't cut between the legs and the body is what you're saying?
Yeah, so I just did this. I didn't go all the way up there on either one of them. I just did it nice and easy.
How you feeling today, Tiff? A little better. Not 100% yet, but I think it's because I slept so much yesterday afternoon. I didn't sleep very well last night. Oh, that can happen. Yeah. I think we're hearing Krista's alarm go. And it's not waking up.
Does she have to work today?
No, I don't even know that she has to be up today, so I don't know what that's about, but
Maybe she's trying to start some new routines.
yeah.
Okay, excuse my froggy throat today. So I'm just going to set that be aside and just leave that now until my ink dries on the other wet piece of paper.
Okay, so we're setting it aside.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to go to work on the next one.
So you can put that stuff in the middle of the Okay.
So let's pull in this one.
Tiff's still trimming around her bee, so we'll give it a second here.
Yeah, no problem.
Over there. Okay, so there's some various pieces that go with that. I guess we can put them all aside. I'm gonna come back to that. And the next one is
The
one with
beloved.
black ribbon. Okay,
That's right.
okay.
Okay. So you've got your long card base, which you
Yeah.
can fold and burnish. And do let me know if I go too fast, whatever, because it's hard to know.
Yeah, we're just getting there.
Sorry.
No
Okay.
problem. Okay, so we've got our things burnished.
Great. So we're going to take the deckled rectangle with the Hive embossing folder on it. And it's going to go on the front of the card. But before we put it on there, we want to add the other pieces. I'm just remembering because I think I did this after the fact. It's much easier to do it as you go. So let's stamp our flower and our bee, and then we'll do this part and get
Okay.
that tucked under there, okay?
Yeah,
So put in your white deckled rectangle.
your flat white deckled rectangle, right?
That's a choice.
Yes, the flat one. Okay, and we're going to use that flower again and the wild wheat ink. And we're going to just stamp it on there. My wild wheat is very, very juicy, and it's getting the edge of my.
Yeah, mine is too. It's got,
Very-
I don't know, I've only used it a couple of times. I suspect, yeah, it's gotten a little messy.
Okay, anyway, I'm going to just come down with this, and I'm going to not go over the top. So the bottom is going to come off the edge. Can you see that?
Just a little to the left there.
Yeah, to the
Yeah.
left. That's right. Because the bee is going to go on the right side.
Okay,
From here,
a little lower.
a little lower.
Yeah.
Okay, but all on
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Okay, so then we're going to use the little bee from the stamp set. And again, I think this is so adorable, this little guy with the flower. And we're going to do the little bee with the memento.
Oh, well, okay.
That must be this guy, is it?
Yeah, I haven't got the little bee out yet. It'll take us a second.
No problem. So you can see I put it up as if it's going to land on the flower. Oh, the baker is at it again in this house.
Oh, is it smelling good?
Mm.
No, I just hear the bread machine starting to make the dough.
So we're just putting it kind of at the top on the right-hand side.
Like it's sniffing the flowers.
Yeah.
Okay, where's his head? I can't tell which one is up.
I'm
It's-
getting ink on my fingers again, always dangerous.
Okay.
All right. And then I did stamp the beloved before I put the ribbon on. So this is the time where you have to decide if that's what you're going to use. And if not, you need to find whatever word you want.
Yeah, except she said memento for him, but
Oh.
I don't think it really matters.
Okay.
Tiffany's bee is in wild wheat. Does it really matter?
No, it won't matter. If she wants to put some black on the bee, she can color the tail with a black marker at some point, like the
Yeah.
some stripes
Okay.
on it or something.
Yeah.
The only reason I would recommend that is because you want the black color to be repeated. And the sentiment is black. Although if you wanted no black, you could just go, I guess, with the ribbon black and white and just do your sentiment in the wheat too. I'll leave that up to you to choose.
Okay.
So the beloved, you can see this flower comes out a ways on here.
Yeah.
I put my beloved right beside that.
In what color? Black?
I did.
Can I use this?
Sure, yeah.
Just because I'm just gonna do this so you don't get my black ink where you don't want.
Okay.
Oh, so now where did you?
Yeah, you'll have to just put it where you want it.
Put it where I want it.
Yeah. Right. I didn't do
That's
anything magical.
okay. Yeah, no, that's okay.
You doing okay?
Yep, we're just getting the stamp apparatus for Tiffany to do the beloved on her
Okay.
card.
So now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this stamped image. And it's going to be popped up over the deckled rectangle. So we've got rectangle over rectangle there.
Okay, so we're sticking this onto the hive. Is
That's
your
right.
hive ridges up or ridges down?
I did mine like this is a side is the poked up
Yeah.
thing. This is poked down. That's what I did.
Okay, so
So, okay. So now, once
Hang
you get
on.
that,
hang on, we're getting there.
okay, I'm hanging on.
No problem.
So once we got that on there, we're going to take our ribbon.
Now we have 2 pieces of ribbon here.
You're going to start with a short piece.
Yeah,
It should fit across your paper.
just below beloved.
Right. And then you're going to turn it over and you can either glue dot it down or tape it down, whatever works for you. My ribbon is just a titch shorter than yours because it was the last of the spool.
Yes.
So I have to make sure I get it on there. All right. And then you've got your piece to do your bow. And it's 12 inches. Now, do you need me to guide you through the bow?
Well, we're not anywhere ready for it yet, but we might.
Okay, I'll just stop. It's a very cloudy, rainy day here in Sudbury, and Katie and Billy were hoping to go in the hot tub later. I hope it stops long enough.
Yes. Natasha and I were supposed to go for a walk, but we could hear thunder rumbling as she walked up to the door, so she came in.
Mm-hmm.
I got ink on there. Dang it. I got ink where it doesn't belong. I probably have it on my pad here. Anyway, it'll be okay. She came in, but we don't always, she's technically allergic to the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not always desirable that she come in. Okay, but I think we're ready for a ribbon lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got between my thumb and my third finger in my left hand, although Nancy, you might do it reverse.
I'm doing the same.
And I've left a tail of about 2.5 inches here. Maybe 3, but about 2.5. So then I'm going over my finger, my index finger. Poke this long tail
Did you go
between.
under? Can you go back just for a second?
Yeah.
You went over and then you went under.
I went over my index finger and then under both of the other two fingers. And so then my third, my ring finger holds this down underneath there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then I take my long tail and poke it through.
Straight through to the back.
Yeah. And then I bring it around the front and go from left to right under that loop that's on my thumb. And as I do that, I can pull it off my thumb and just let it tie right here. So I let it come off my thumb, but I'm keeping it in here.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of am getting how it works now. But I get confused between them when I'm doing a double or a single, but having just seen her do it there.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay, we got bows.
All right, so this is going to get glue dotted on top here. I have to find my glue dots. Here they are.
Oh.
And then you can just trim your ends. Everybody has a different way they like to do it. I generally trim so the angle is longer on the outside, but I've noticed some demonstrators do the opposite. So there we go. And then I think I'll put a glue dot underneath as well to just kind of, so underneath where that ribbon is and the bow is, I'm going to put a glue dot to help hold that just down on the card so it's not flopping over. Okay. Okay.
Years ago, I watched this. I used this DVD of Pilates in which she says this line, "Don't wiggle around." And ever since I've watched it, because I watched it many times because I did it regularly for a while. Anytime I get to one of these moments, I hear her saying, "Don't wiggle around." All right, there it is.
Okay, so now this is going to get glued onto the front of your card base. Sorry, I'm so froggy.
I was having trouble with that myself this morning. I wonder why that would be. Face. Where did it? It's the one that's hot dog style, the longer one.
Yeah.
Is it up on top here? I think it is.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Ooh, I got a mess all over that.
Are you gonna hide it with your? Is this gonna hide it?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I'm just wondering,
Where did it
yes.
come from? Do you want a new piece? Because I got tons of white paper.
No, it's okay. I can make this work. I'm just thinking about. Definitely want to cover that up. I don't know where that came from. It's green. Okay.
If you've got any blotches, you do have extra pearls. So at the end, you can stick pearls on or whatever, or even little hearts. I've got some extra foil hearts in there for you. So there'll be some things you can use to cover up. any bloopers, because I had some when I did mine too. You see my sample card, I got a halo here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now for the inside of the card. You can do whatever you like. I mean, to me, it calls for maybe either the flower or you could do a little bee, whatever your heart desires. And I did not do another sentiment because I didn't think there was one on the stamp set that suited with the beloved. I'm kind of just feeling the little bee for this one.
All right, I like simple.
So this will be little robin.
Mhm.
And I think I'm just going to put it in the upper corner.
He's very wobbly on this foam and that foam, so be mindful that it doesn't give you a halo run state. You know what I mean?
Yep. Halos are my specialty, so.
All right, and then we're just putting that inside.
That's going inside. Yeah. And then your envelope, you've got the hive embossing to go on it. So what I recommend in doing the envelopes is that you put your glue onto the envelope flap itself, fairly near the outer edge, but not too thick. And then you can lay your paper over top, right along the edge of the fold. And then it's easy to just turn it over and cut.
You just did it around the outside. You didn't put any in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the neat thing about cutting this way is if you happen to cut a bit of the envelope off, it doesn't matter. Like it's not going to show. You just cut around there and.
Mhm.
And there we go. I did get a little extra glue on mine, so I'm going to just remove that, but there we are. Okay. So that is our beloved
Yeah.
card.
And what did you do with jemmies and things on this? Anything we should be taking out of our little kit bag?
I did not do jemmies on this.
So we can do extras for this if we want.
I do kind of like the idea maybe of a gold pearl in the center of the flower here and then a couple in another spot, but I'm going to wait till the end and then we can play around with that if we like.
Okay.
All right. So next card, our paper is still drying, or at least mine is. So next card, we'll do this one.
Okay, so that's this guy, I think. Oh, yeah, we have an extra piece of,
I think it goes with the first card that we're coming back to.
oh, right, okay.
Okay,
All right.
yep,
So we've got our pieces here. You've got a little piece that is for stamping and cutting your flower. You've got a 3x6 piece of DSP for your envelope flap. You've got a deckled rectangle again, a vellum curved piece. You've got patterned paper and a white piece that are both 4x5 1/4. So the patterned paper will go on the outside and the white piece will go on the inside. So let's go ahead and take our card base, fold and burnish.
I think that's Krista again, but I'm just gonna make sure it's not my phone doing something.
Is this your phone here?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not mine.
It's not mine,
That is,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry, it is my phone. It's
Okay.
not my phone making the noise. All right. Chair's gonna blur.
Okay, so I'm going to put my DSP on the front.
Okay,
Okay. And then I'm going to do my white piece for inside. And I think for this one, I'm maybe just going to stamp a bit of the bee in the corner, the big bee this time.
this guy. Okay. What do you, so we'll see what you mean by in the corner.
Yeah, I'm going to pull in some more
I should have brought down. grid paper.
scrap. I'm sorry about that because I didn't list that on the list, but because I'm stamping over the edge, I
I'm
do
just
like
gonna-
scrap paper.
I'm just gonna get us grid paper.
Okay. Here it's doing its thing again, Tiff. It's going zooming in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh,
don't-
isn't it?
Pat. Okay. Just seeing if we're awake.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had a little bit of rain driving here this morning, but I pulled my sunglasses out at one point too, so it can't quite make up its mind what it wants to do.
Yes. I can't believe how much rain we've had since we got here in Sudbury. It's been a lot of rain. And they're saying they need rain. And I keep thinking, yeah.
That's interesting. I think it's been a rainier summer than recent years.
Yeah. Okay, so are we ready?
Yeah, so show us what you're doing with this bee.
Okay, so I'm going to just ink it up and I'm going to just bring it in so that the left wing and the head and a good portion of the body, but not all of it. So the left wing is at the bottom of the
Yeah,
chair.
just doing a little peekaboo.
Yeah. Like so.
Mhm.
Okay. And we're going to stamp it again. So don't forget to take the ink off because you don't want You don't want to end up with an uneven stamp the next time round. So,
Can you show us what yours looked like?
yes, I can. There we are.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and just put that inside here. If you wanted to make this a particular type of card, you could put a happy birthday in here or something, if you knew that's what you wanted. But this one I just left without. There.
He is a very cute bee,
Mm-hmm.
or she.
Now we have our deckled rectangle that's white. And I'm going to stamp the bee on it. And it's coming near the lower part. There we go. And then I'm going to take my words and I'm going to stamp them around, but I'm going to stamp them off. So I'm using the Memento ink, but I don't want it to be as dark as the bee. I want the bee to stand out a little bit. So I stamp off and then I bring it in and I'm just kind of stamping around the bee here after having stamped off. So I'm inking, stamping off, and then just bringing this in, adding a little bit of background. I've got one kind of centered above the bee here. One up in the corner. And just a little wee bit up in this right corner.
Yeah, that bee is pretty.
Okay, so now we're going to take our
Hang on.
vellum.
Hang
Yep.
on, I was doing that. Tiffany needs a turn to do that now.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I tend to forget that part.
That's okay. I'm gonna get my coffee while she does it, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
I'm counting on caffeine these days. Change your mind, Tiff. I have a decaf coffee iced for you if you wish.
Oh.
And it doesn't have anything in it yet, so you can put Splenda or whatever you want in there. No pressure though. If your tummy's not quite there, you might not be there.
That's what I was kind of wondering, if I'm just maybe need to take it easy for a couple of days.
I made us some soup for lunch if you're interested.
Oh, wow.
I think it would be gentle.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Well, essentially it's chicken noodle, except instead of noodles, it's cauliflower rice.
Oh,
And it's delicious. I don't say so myself. Was there another coaster over there?
yeah, I did see one. There it is.
It's excellent.
So Nancy, is there chicken in this cauliflower rice soup or just the cauliflower?
Chicken. So
Mm.
it's made with, you cook your veggies like your celery, carrots, and onions. Then you add broth and you cook You put big chunks, like I use chicken thighs right in there
Mm.
and they cook in there. And then shred them later.
Mm-hmm.
And then close to the end, you add the cauliflower rice.
Cool.
Sounds amazing.
And I tweaked the recipe. In addition to the spices they called for, I added just a little bit of turmeric
Oh,
because I think it makes chicken taste chickenier.
uh-huh.
Mm.
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, we're caught up.
Okay, good. So, now we're going to stamp our little flower here. So that is from the stamp set.
We need another little guy here. We're gonna take this one off.
Yeah, that's great.
And then this has to be cut out again. I apologize for that.
That's okay. I think I need to take that all the way off to figure out which way.
Suze? That's Suze? No, that's Benji. Hello, Benji. Hello, sweetie.
Okay. All right, so
There's the block.
thank you.
There. So I used a glue dot to adhere my vellum.
And we're about to start cutting out flowers.
Okay, I'll wait.
So exciting, Kelly, about your card class opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I admit that when I got off the phone from the second one, I was just kind of overwhelmed and in shell shock, thinking, oh my gosh, I've got so much work to do.
Yes. When is the first one?
The first one is not till September 21st.
Okay.
And how did your demo council meeting go?
It went well, but I've got more homework from it too.
Oh.
Because our presentations are to be time limited, they want me to write out my script and practice it, which is
Yes.
totally intimidating to me. I've
Yes.
done tons of workshops and seminars, but they've always been just done
Spontaneous.
with point form notes.
Mhm.
I just got glue all over my shirt here. This is not
Oh, no.
nice. I don't know how I did it. I wasn't aware I had glue on my finger, but anyway, I guess I'll be changing before we go out later. So yeah, so once you've got your flower cut out,
Mhm.
you're going to take this vellum and you're going to put it just kind of in the center, about 1/4 of an inch or so down, maybe 1/2 an inch down from the top. So in mine, the tips don't quite come to the bee.
Yep. Can you see?
Okay.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's why.
And how are you adhering it?
With a glue dot. I just put one glue dot right in the center.
I have. Do you want one of these, Tiff? I've never tried them, but they're vellum glue dot.
Oh.
So
Sure.
let's see what we learn about them. Here, you get a page of them because that's easy to give you. No. Maybe it's actually a page. Maybe we don't want this.
Yeah, you
Okay.
might want to dive, like, put it on
Cut
it
it out.
somehow, and
Okay.
anyway.
Did you give me those, Kelly, or did I buy them?
I don't know, Nance.
Well, probably I bought them. They probably were at Michael's or something, and I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been in there for years. Okay, one glue dot in the middle at the center. Essentially.
And then we're gonna adhere it kind of where you
Stuck in-
said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put that guy down right there.
So I put my flower over top of where I had the glue dot on the vellum.
With the glue dot?
Mhm.
Where did my flower go? There
They
it is.
disappear, don't they? Black and white on all the black and white we got. Mhm. All right, I think that helps with the stickiness too. Okay,
So then we're going to turn that over and put it on the deckled, or not the deckled rectangle. It's just a wheat rectangle. And then we'll put dimensionals on the back of the wheat layer.
Ooh, I'm liking this.
Thank you.
it is cool.
Okay. And then this goes on top of our bees. Like so. Oh, I'm just going to let the dog out.
Okay, I thought she was gonna say, oh, we forgot something. Thankfully, that's not what she said. That is very cute, isn't it?
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to come to the house.
It'll
I'm
be so
so
much fun.
do it. Yeah. So
Have you
then this
talked with-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you talk to Katie, am I supposed to sleep at her house?
I told her that you thought you would, and if that was okay, and she said yes.
Great. Okay, so, oh, I see, we do some bling on this one.
Yes. So I put a flower, like a pearl, right at the center of the flower.
Mhm.
And then I put 2 more pearls, but I'm wondering about putting a heart on the bee. So your
Like
little
where the heart
hearts.
is? Like right
Yeah.
over top of the-
Yeah. So your little hearts are actually sticky. Like if you take I use the adhesive backing or the adhesive stuff. So you should be able to peel the back off and just stick it down. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to see where I might want a couple more pearls.
Oh, yeah, there's that adhesive. All right. That's so neat that that heart is just the right size for the bee.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with I think I'm going to change the way I did it, actually. There, like so. I don't know.
So where did you put your other pearls, Kel?
Put one over here
Yeah.
and one down here.
Okay.
Okay, and then you've got your little bee inside. And then we've got our paper to do our envelope flap again.
What's that?
I said, should I go wake her up?
Oh.
But I don't really think she needs to be. I think she's just set her alarm really early.
Hmm.
Today, I don't know of any reason she needs to be up. Usually if there's actually a reason, she does say something about making sure she's up. Need to remember as I'm doing these envelopes, I've gotten better at getting to the edge here, but I don't tend to think of it as an edge here.
Right.
Yes. All right. So that goes with that one.
Mhm.
All right. So 2 cards and envelopes done. 1 card in progress. And we're at 11:14. We're doing great.
Yes. So now we've got our happy birthday card, which I think this one was maybe the most elegant of them all with the black and the gold. So again, you've got a piece of black and gold for your envelope
Can we pause for a second?
flap. Yes.
Just that Tiffany's just.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm
No,
just
no.
making sure you're ready
It's all
to
good.
hear what she's saying. Okay, so you can tell us about, oh, well, hang on one more second.
Yep. Sure.
All right. The last one. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
Okay. So you've got your black and gold for your envelope flap.
yeah,
You've got a large black piece.
yeah,
Is going to go inside the card here.
okay,
And then you've got 2 black pieces. Two DSP pieces. One is slightly smaller than the other. So you want to actually kind of put them together because it's just a 16th or so of an inch, an 18th, or not an 18th, a 16th, or it's not much. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So the smaller piece is going on the inside, and you're going to have a little border there.
Yeah,
But the larger piece is going to go on the outside. So let's keep that larger piece in your hand.
My pieces are all too big. Think. Hold on.
I think that works.
You think that's okay? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I see it.
Good.
Okay.
So
We're
we're
okay.
moving on to the other one for the moment.
You,
We're gonna do
you want
something
the
different.
larger piece to be set, you know where it is, so that it's going on the front of the card.
Oh, we're
Okay.
just setting aside the larger one?
Well, we're setting aside them all at the moment to fold and
Okay.
burn, but just don't forget where that larger piece is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the what is this called?
Lattice?
The fence. Yeah. So you've got a whole bunch of 1/2 inch strips,
Yeah,
and then you've got one that is a 3/8 of an inch strip. So the little 3/8 is going to be a sentiment piece. Don't use it. And then you guys, I believe my 1/2 inch strips are all the same, but you guys have 2 short and then 4 long.
okay.
Yes. So
Yeah.
the two short pieces, you're going to glue onto your wild wheat at the top here.
I need to stop for a second, Kel.
Yes.
You
Yes.
said there's one 3/8 of an inch?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
this little guy.
Okay,
It's just a little
so
piece.
I have only one short piece then. If I set aside the 3/8 piece, I just have one short. Do you have two shorts?
That's what I
How many longs do you have?
If I have three, but I don't.
Let me check the envelope and see if I I
Oh,
found
there is
it.
one.
Good.
All right. Got it. Okay. All right. So we're taking the short piece and we're basically making a support beam. Is that what we're doing with those?
Yes,
Um,
that is.
and so
So-
show me where those go?
Okay. I'm just trying to find my glue here. So I think that's not the one I was using. Here we are. So on my card here, I did them in a little bit from the edge.
Mhm.
And I think, I don't know, I'm not sure I like it that way as well. So I think I'm going to do it right out to the edge this time. But you can decide what you think. But I
like
think,
it. I like the fence look.
did ya?
What she's talking about?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, you do, I'm going to try it this time right up to the edge, but you do what you like. So I'm
Yeah.
going to put a lot of glue and I'm going to put this down. Now my strips are all long. I don't have any short pieces, so I'll
Okay.
have to trim. But you can line your short pieces up with the end of your cardstock.
Yeah. Yeah, like
that.
that. So that goes to the end. So then we have whatever's left over to glue with.
Like just this, the little top part, the
Yeah.
part that's going on here.
Yeah.
Is what we're
Is that one
doing?
of your short pieces?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think your short pieces are just longer than mine.
Ah,
Yeah, they were kind of scraps. So
Okay, that's all good. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't using a other piece, you know?
long piece. Yeah. Okay. So you've got that on there. And then we're going to take our longer pieces and they're going to go across. So my first long piece, I'm going to go across even with the bottom of my card.
Okay, we're still doing our support beams.
oh. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work, is it?
So the first one. And so we just want to glue its ends onto the support beams. That's the idea.
Right. That's right. So you need a glue dot on either end,
Oh,
and then
glue
you're
dot.
going to place this.
Oh, she's actually
Oh, no, I meant just, I used the liquid glue, Nance.
Not the glue.
I did not mean glue
make your own
dot.
dots. Make your own glue dots.
The dot will do, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to snip this off just because there's in the way, these little pieces. There. Okay. There. So then you've got 3 more to fit in. And I just left about, an 1/8 of an inch in between each section, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just sort of placing mine on. So
Yeah.
that I can look at and make them equidistant and then I'll glue. Is that a good plan?
Yes.
So put
Starting down here.
the
though,
bottom
right?
one, the very first one is the bottom one, this one, Tiff.
Oh, okay,
And that gives you a starting
right, a
place.
starting point. Okay,
So if you put a dot of glue on either foot,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Oh, dang it, I just rearranged it all.
My fence is shifting, so it might not be straight.
Well, there you go. Sometimes that's how fences go.
That's right. All right. So I don't know if you guys have any extra, but I have some extra. So I need to trim the end of my fence posts as well, or my fence pieces.
So is the top one supposed to meet up with the, or is there supposed to be a little bit
A
of
little bit of
space?
space there,
Okay.
I think. That's
Yeah.
a lot there.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one and then I'll do.
Yeah, that's what mine looks like. Mine were cut right, but I didn't quite place it right, so I didn't even trim the cut. Looking good.
Yeah, there, okay.
So I think we're ready for the next step.
Excellent. Okay, so now we've got our black piece. This is the big one that I asked you to set aside, and it's going to go over top here and cover where those
Slap.
fence pieces are at the top. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to take our vellum and we're going to layer this over this side. And personally, I think it might be easier to trim the vellum before you put it on the card, rather than stick it down and then cut it. But you can do whatever you think is best. But I am going to take my vellum. I'm going to look at it, kind of how much I want to take off. And then I'm just going to put it on my trimmer. I'm going over to about the 3/8 of an inch mark. Okay. And I'm going to just trim a little bit of that vellum circle off. And then I can position this on the side. And I'm going to tuck some glue dots on here. So looking at my sample card, you can see that the sentiment piece is going to cover this part of the fence post.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tuck a glue dot under there. And then I just tucked some glue dots under the part where my flower is going to go on top. Now, sadly, it does not appear that I cut these with the adhesive backing. I don't know what I was thinking.
So I think her disc comes just down to the second flap, the edge of the second flap.
The edge.
Yes.
So down for
Down for
that right there. Yeah.
Okay.
It took me a while to sort of sort that out. And then if we do that, put a glue dot, see here.
So sorry, where are you putting it up?
I'll point out to you here. I put it right here because the sentiment is coming over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then-
And then I just looked at where my flower was going to go and I tucked some glue dots under there. You can even glue dot your flower onto the vellum and then do it if you want, once it's already in place on the vellum.
That's a brilliant idea. So you didn't trim it, you just got one sprig that goes from the bottom of the vellum off the top. Is that right?
It goes, the sprig actually goes below the vellum
Okay. I see that
and
now.
off the top. Yeah.
Oh, I see on your original that your vellum is lower.
Oh, it is. Well, I did it this way on this one, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. That's all good.
I might run into my bee is what might happen.
Oh, sweetie. Hi, you did so good today.
That's Susie.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's even coming over to me for some love,
That's nice.
all on her own, yeah.
She did pretty well with Natasha, but then at one point when Natasha went to get up, even though like she was being cautious about it and Susie was sitting at her feet like a little princess.
Aw.
As soon as she stood up, she jumped and barked right in her face.
Oh.
And I warned her that she might do it, but
No
still,
sudden movements.
yeah,
Startling, even if you know it's going to happen.
it's still startling,
Yeah.
which I
yeah,
guess it's designed to be.
Yeah. Okay, so, is there a difference between the flowers? Are they
There's a shorter one and a taller one,
And
and
so
I
we're
think we're doing the taller
the
one.
taller one and we're using glue dots?
Blue dots, yeah, to stick it onto the vellum.
Okay.
Hi, Susie. Yes, you might be thinking that it's lunchtime.
Mhm.
It will be soon, baby, but I'm gonna finish these cards first, okay?
Find a good bigger spot to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more than one? Probably.
I put one at the top and the flower at the very top because it was
Oh,
thicker,
smart, yep,
and one sort of at the thickest spot of the stem.
yeah.
Um, One underneath. Like that. Let's see if I can get under there.
So once you've got your flower and your vellum circle adhered, we're going to do our stamping next, but I'll wait until you're ready.
So is the top of the flower all the way on the vellum?
It's off a little, just a
Off.
wee bit, at least on. Yeah. Depending on which one you look at, mine is off. Hers is kind of centered on her original, so that's a little off and a little off on both ends. You see how hers goes just up here
Okay,
and just below here?
okay, yes. All right.
Okay, so. So we got our flowers and our vellum on.
Right. So now I'm ready to do stamping again.
Mhm.
I'm going to stamp the bee on this larger piece of wheat.
In black.
Yep.
I'm going to use the Memento for the Stamparatus for this because I would like it to be good and dark.
Mm-hmm.
You can too if you wish to. Sure. So we Mr. B.
Is this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And are we cutting this guy out?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter where he goes.
Ah,
No.
We just want him on there and thick. I figured the Stamparatus just because it's dark on a darker color.
Mhm.
Especially going into the cardstock.
Just do this.
Okay. So then we're going to do our happy birthday here.
We're still working on these.
Okay.
Just a minute. So. A quick swipe so you can put that wherever you want it.
Thank you.
And this is- I'm just gonna wet. Oh, you want this underneath the side too, Chuck?
There it is. Thank you.
So Cal, we're cutting these out now? The,
Well, I
These,
was going to do the rest of the stamping first, but we will
Oh.
be cutting them out.
okay, all right. So what's next?
Okay. So because you've got a stamparatus, I'm going to give you some tips for doing this, the sentiments on the stamparatus,
Okay,
because I had a dickens of a time with these sentiments, getting them straight. So what I've done is I've lined my word up with my line on my grid paper on the stamparatus. And then I'm going to stamp the word on my grid paper because you've only got 3/8 of an inch here for this happy. And see, it's not perfectly straight. Do you see that?
yeah, so we're doing a trial run basically on our own grid paper.
And then when you lay your sentiment down, you can cover up what's there. And
Yeah.
you know it's going to get on there. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to use a tiny bit of the magnet to hold it. Bring this over and stamp.
Okay, I hadn't yet got my stickers on everything, so
Okay, take your time.
getting our stamps ready. Here. So we're using the tiniest piece of paper, but before we put the paper, we're just gonna put happy.
Stamp on your grid paper so you can see where the words are going to go. Because I know I did this without using the stamparatus and I did multiple attempts.
I think I remember
Yes,
when you were here working on it.
it wasn't stamping straight for me. And I was very frustrated. So
I think my stamp might be magically closer to straight. The tricky thing is, so, and we want the happy to be centered.
well, we're going to cut the happy on an angle anyway, fairly close.
Okay,
So it's not critical that it's centered, Nancy. as long as the words are all on the paper.
It's gonna work. It's gonna be good enough.
Yay.
All right. So let me just give this a wipe so you can do the same kind of thing. You might want to test it out up here, you know?
Oh, really?
So-
You don't think I could just go on yours?
So, yeah, I think you could actually, if I don't mess around with it. There you
Right?
go. Yep. Oh.
I love the font on that. That's
Mhm.
cool.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hey, all right.
Woo woo.
now we're going to do our birthday. And I'm going to try a similar thing. I'm going to stamp it on the grid paper first because mine wasn't straight either.
Mhm.
So I'm going to stamp it on my paper. And then I'm going to take my, now in this case, I have a whole label. But what I can do is kind of just slide it on here. So the label is not straight on my paper, but I think that the stamp is going to stamp straight. I've stamped already, right? So I'm just kind of, but if it's not, oh, it's better than my original. See what I did with my original, I did them all cockeyed because none of it was straight. Actually better than the original. Okay.
That is slightly on an angle. And we basically want this to be in the bottom half of the,
Yes, it's going to go very near the bottom.
so.
And once you've got that stamped,
Mhm.
Can you see that this is
That-
slightly crooked?
Yeah,
I think it has to be in order for this to be, we'll see how it turns out.
yeah.
we can stamp or cut our bees while we're waiting.
Better bees. Okay, so I think that's pretty good.
Excellent. Just ever so slightly up on the B side of the
Yeah.
birthday, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Kelly, where is this little sentiment die cut from?
It came from the stamp set, is that what you mean?
This guy.
Oh, the piece we stamped on birthday. What die
Yeah.
cut did you use to cut that out?
I'm not sure. I might be with the queen bee dies.
Oh, yeah,
It's really cute.
if you wish, that's there.
Have a look. I think it's with the queen bee dies.
Okay. See. Oh. Does it not look right?
Well, I think I was keeping it too close to the edge.
Okay. Because it just didn't seem like it.
It's not quite straight, but that's fine.
Oh, if it's not quite straight, Tiffany, you can decide whether you want to purposely do your sentiments cockeyed like I did, or
Mhm.
whether it's close enough that you'd rather have it kind of straight. So you can make a decision about that. So my sample card, because the birthday was so crooked,
Yeah,
I did the happy crooked intentionally.
yeah, I think that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, I've got my strip here. This, I think I did pop these both up, actually. Yes, I did. So I used dimensionals on both of these. So I'm going to put the dimensionals onto my lattice pieces here for my sentiment. And then I'm going to position the sentiment over top of the dimensionals, which is counter to the way you usually do it, but it enables you to get the dimensionals covered by the lattice easily.
Okay, so we want to take two of these guys and place them on the lattice bar, crossbar,
Right on the lattice piece.
like that.
Like here.
Yeah. Make sure they don't stick through. Yeah, 'cause you don't want it to see. There you go. Perfect.
And then your happy piece, what I did is I cut on an angle that mimicked the Y. And then if you want to be really fussy about getting your angle right, you can take your piece of paper over and place it on top and copy the angle for the second cut. And then I'm just going to use some mini dimensionals to put the happy onto the birthday.
You have any stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, no, I've got all kinds of.
All right.
Now, in your little package of doodads,
Mhm.
pull out my flowers. I have 3 flowers. I'm going to get another little heart. My hearts are sticking together here on me. There. So I'm going to put a heart on my bee.
Let's see the dog here stuck to that part.
Flower short. How did I do that?
What's that? Oh,
I'm flower short in my kit.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
In your envelope or something?
Well, it was in my, it should have been in my little clear bag here and I don't see it. So that's okay. Unless I've covered it.
I got cut out my, yeah, that's next, right? Yeah.
Okay. So once you put your little gold heart on your bee, you can pop your bee up on dimensionals.
All right, Tiff's still cutting her bee out.
Yeah. Okay. I just put 2 large dimensionals in the center of my bee.
Okay.
I did not put any on the wings. And then I used my bone folder to kind of curve the wings a bit.
You curved them down.
I did. I kind of curved up in the center and down on the outside. There, can you see?
Yep.
There.
And where are you putting him?
So he's going to go up flying on the black piece here at the top, on the black and gold.
Okay.
I'll just pull this back in so you can see.
Okay.
And then you can peel the adhesive backing off of your flowers and just kind of tuck them onto your frame, but don't stick it down here because we'll put little dimensional under there. I think I might, since I've only got the 2, I might tuck this one down flat and keep the other one popped up.
So she curved his wings just a little down like that. Yeah. That's the right idea.
Right?
Yep. There you go.
Then I just use some little wee bits of dimensional to try to position my flower in place. But the tricky part is, again, you've got this,
The gap.
the trellis, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of put it on and then I looked at the back. And I
Yeah.
will have some showing because you can't not, like it's going to show through there, but anyway. But there we go.
So I'm putting the heart on the bee again, right?
Yeah. Mhm. She has put a tiny bit of dimensional on the back edge of one of these flowers. And I'm having trouble getting a tiny enough piece.
If you can't get a tiny enough piece, you could try a rolled up glue dot.
Yeah.
It would give it some dimension.
Uh-huh. I think that's gonna do better.
And that's on the edge of your sentiment?
Yeah, it overlaps with birthday. And you just did originally 3 in that same area, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't love how it turned out there, but that's what mine looks like.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Are we set in the front there?
Hang on a sec.
Oh, I know I had another bit of dimensional. I'm like, where did that go? No, you didn't see that guy. Okay.
Okay, now inside.
Okay, so we're going to take the other piece of the black DSP and we're going to have it with the vellum circle overhanging the edge. And then we're going to snip off this edge of the circle. So that's along two edges.
We're snipping both ways.
Yes.
Okay. You opted to snip this time instead of trim.
I did because I can get the right perpendicular angle more easily this way
Okay.
to get my vellum into the corner.
Okay.
Then we're back to the same thing where we were before of putting our,
Small flower on.
right. So you can see how this one went. The flower in this instance cannot go down below, but what you can do is you can put it down below and then snip it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I didn't in the first instance. Like in this one, I didn't, and the top goes above,
Yeah.
but I think it will look better if we fit it on and then snip the bottom. Okay. So more glue dots.
I am trying a little liquid glue on my flower this time
Yes.
because I had a hard time with the glue dots getting them small enough.
Okay. I roll them.
I think I'm using a non-Stampin' Up glue dot, and I
Oh,
think it's bigger also.
I bet they are. Yeah. Because
So,
I just take mine and roll them into a narrow little roll.
That's what I'm doing too.
and then we just need to glue under the flower to glue this thing down, right?
That's right.
Once we've trimmed, I trimmed my guy on the bottom there.
So then the vellum goes on the corner of your black. When you give me the word, I'll continue. How are we time-wise, Nance?
It's just about noon.
I can't see my clock, so
Ah. A few minutes to noon,
perfect.
which is doing pretty well because we didn't start right at 10 either, did we?
No, it was probably more.
I thought we might go over because they are fairly detailed cards, so that's good.
I see my
Especially-
wet piece is dry too, so that's good.
Good. Mine is not quite dry, but it is looking good. The colors are all blurring and there's a pinkish color starting to appear, so that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, what
Okay,
did,
so we're ready for the next step.
okay. So now, oh, look at the mess of my desk. I started off, everything looked so nice and tidy. All right, so this is going to get glued onto this upper section here. Okay,
Mhm. I think they're just remnants, but you've got stuff stuck to the back of your card, Tiff. I think they're just backing from it. Pop-ups.
Yep, they certainly are. Those little guys like to stick to everything.
Mhm.
now the black piece is going to get glued onto the wheat. Now I'm looking at the back of mine and you can see through a little bit. If it bothers you, you can trim it, but it's pretty close. So
You mean the black is marginally bigger? Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Yeah, because it's the full size. It's not got an edge to it.
No. Anyway, I'm going to just leave mine.
I think mine's fine too.
Okay. So I'm going to put this now on my card base. There. And then I'm going to take my white piece and it's going to get centered in the upper section of this, like so.
Okay.
There. So now you've got a little bee, which has backing on it, and it's going to go here. And you've got a little honeycomb with backing on it. And it's going to go down in this corner. So once you've done that, the last bit here is just to do your envelope.
Do these have adhesive on them? The back?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, I wished I'd thought to do that for the flowers, but
Oh, it worked. The glue dots worked.
there we go. So there is that card. So going back to the first one, my paper's not quite dry. I think I'm going to take the minute and get my heat tool.
Okay. I think I'm going to take a minute and go to the bathroom.
How are you doing, Tiff? Okay?
I think so. My black piece was really overhanging, so I did trim it a bit. Still,
Okay,
but I think it's okay.
good.
Yeah, okay, so. This guy. Yeah, I think my piece is dry.
Good. Oopsie. Dropping pieces all over the place. Are you ready or not yet?
2 more seconds.
Okay.
That's. Okay.
All right, what's next?
Okay. So now we've gone back to our white piece that we had stamped on and spritzed before. And we're going to take the long piece like this.
Okay, I almost asked earlier, are there any more stamps I need to put the backs on? Should've asked.
So we're going to ink that with the Memento. And that's going to go straight across our piece, just a little below center. Trying to make sure I can see that I'm doing it somewhat straight here.
So sorry, what piece? Oh, we're doing it right on our piece with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Wait,
Yeah, that's the
right?
one, yeah.
Okay.
The ink is wild wheat, that's what I'm saying.
Did not put this stamp on. Right on the edge to make sure I was straight. That's not gonna work. I can see right through. And it's going straight through the middle,
A little lower than middle.
a little lower than middle. Okay, that's where,
You can see mine.
oh, right through the words.
Yes.
Okay. Might not be very straight.
Oh, the paper was kind of moving around. There we go. Didn't do too bad.
Good. Who are you growling at, big guy? Who are you growling at? Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
This.
Okay, then I'm going to use my flower image that we stamped before. I'm going to use it with wheat. This little individual flower.
Yep. Oh, sorry, you need that too.
And I'm going to do a few of those on here. So I'm going to do one down here in the white section, and then one over here, and then one in there. Oh, I smudged it, but that'll be okay. It's a distressed looking kind of card.
It is. All right, we just need a pause because it's going to take a minute, and Tiffany's wild wheat is pretty wild.
Being a jerk. Okay. so
Take
one
your
down
time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, and then two sort of ones in the words. Can you see them? Here.
Oh, I see.
Here.
Okay, yeah. I got it.
You can use that if you need it.
For my hands more
Yes.
than anything, yes.
Now, I don't honestly remember what I used to splatter the black dots on this. So I did add some splatter. I think I used a marker. I'm going to try my Stampin' Write marker. You could try a blend or whatever you've got. But I just flicked some black on. Not getting a whole lot here, so maybe I used the blends. I'm getting some though. It's showing up.
Thank you. You too. So we need to basically put a little black on here.
Yes.
So if we take our blend and we soak it up in the Memento and flick it, that should work. That's how you would do it.
No, you don't soak it in anything.
How do I get it black?
Your blend or your blender pen?
Blender pen.
Okay, so if you're using a blender pen, yes, then you need to get some black ink. I used a Stampin' Write marker. I was thinking you could use a Stampin' Blend. But whatever you use is fine, Nance. If you're going to do it that way, I would suggest taking your ink, like I used the lid of the marker. So I put my tip in there and then flipped.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I am also going to
I
wet this thing.
I think that that's a good idea too.
So what I'm going to try
Is
use
maybe
this.
getting even or just using one of those to put a little ink on
Yes.
and then wetting that, right?
Yes,
But you
exactly.
can see I just have some fine dots on there. It's not a ton.
I'm not getting that.
I'm getting a wee bit. I did have to soak it a couple of times to get it to do that. All right. I got some dots.
You could even use a paintbrush and just tap your finger with a paintbrush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is not working for me.
No. And you're trying the cap. I might have just had more water. Look how wet mine is.
Perhaps,
Do you-
perhaps.
do-
Well, I'm just wondering, I might just get these guys, just paintbrush
Oh, okay.
and see about this, maybe this little guy. Let's see. Ink. Yeah, that's working.
Great. I'm done with this if you need a little more. I don't know if you need more.
There we go. And that's probably what my problem was with the blender pen. I just didn't have enough water and ink on
But
there.
that's working perfectly.
Yeah. All right, we have liftoff.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to curve my B like I did before. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of it.
Oh, I forgot we had another B. I'm like, did we do another B?
Okay, and then this whole piece is going onto your wild wheat rectangle.
What did you use to put the B onto?
Couple of embellishments,
Just,
just like we did before, two
Couple
big.
dimensionals.
Oh,
Dimensionals.
sorry, wrong word. That's
I almost thought, I know she means dimensionals, but then.
Okay. So now we've got our card base. And we did our wild wheat and our DSP before. So that's going on the front of the card base.
This is a good time to be thorough with your glue because that piece doesn't.
It's
like to
tricky,
stay
isn't it?
flat.
Yeah.
Okay, and then our centerpiece that we've been working on here goes on top of the wild wheat or the DSP. Like so.
Okay, I think we've caught up to you.
Great. So now I've taken my piece of basic white for my card insert. It's 4 by 5 1/4.
Yeah.
I'm stamping the words. I'm just going to do them down on the corner here, just to bring a little decoration inside. So that's going inside the card.
And you did it in Memento?
I did it in wheat, but it doesn't really matter because it's just going to be a decoration inside. And then on the front, I've got one more gold heart, which I'm going to put on my bee. I didn't in the initial card, but I kind of like them on there. And then you can decide if you want to put some pearls on. So you've got, you might want to put pearls on this one. And this one. I have 6 pearls left. I don't know about you guys. How are you?
Yeah, I've got a bunch left.
Okay. I ended up with 1 honeycomb left by accident, I think, but
So where did you put pearls on your bee card, your water-based card there?
I haven't yet. I think looking at mine, I'm trying to decide. I'm debating about 3 in a row,
Yes.
or I could do 1, 2, 3 on the,
I think I'm gonna do 3 in a row just because of the way my white space looks here.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's why sometimes when you finish, you have to kind of figure, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There we go. 3 in a row.
I put mine underneath that flower.
Did you? Very good.
Mine, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't really see.
I can if I change the spotlight. Hang on. I'm going to put you on spotlight. Oh, nice. Love it.
Thanks.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, and then what do I do with this guy? I think, again, I could do tic-tac-toe in a row, but I kind of want one up here. I do one on my little bee. And a couple down here, maybe. There.
You find what you need?
I can't put my fingers on the other hurt, but I know I saw it, like I,
Oh, it's in there somewhere.
yeah. I'm thinking it must be.
If you can't find it, I can easily make you another one. We'll see, you know, when you come. I can make you another heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there one, is it under the well, the ink? I see a thing stuck to the back of it, but that's just a thing of a.
Yeah.
When I did these originally, I didn't put hearts on all of them and I didn't put pearls on all of them. But as I got going, I decided I kind of liked the idea. So
Yeah.
So where did you put your pearls? In the front.
You like it?
Yes, I do.
Oops.
well, I hope you're happy with your cards, ladies.
you.
They're
This was very fun.
lovely, yeah.
Good.
Excellent. And that's really very close to the 2-hour mark.
Good.
Good work. All right.
Very good. And if you guys hadn't been sharing a stamp set, that would have made a difference too, wouldn't it?
You would have. Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So I'm going to stop recording now. Where am I? Stop.